Yo, welcome everybody. This is David Estacado. That's right, ese güey, el tío, always Davino, looking fino. I'm here live, and this is just a special test out thing I'm testing out here. We're always talking wrestling here, right? Where it's every Thursday night we got the Indie Wire, we got the Spotlight, but every once in a while I want to talk about something different. So I figured tonight is gonna be a special night. We have two special guests here tonight. We're gonna talk about everything nerdy, geeky, and gaming. Maybe some nerdy news. Join us in the comments if you guys have any questions, suggestions, anything you want to talk about here with us. But to join us here in this awesome inaugural first episode, Gamers, Geeks, and Nerds, what's a working title? Here joining me are G Money and the Kryptonian Ape. Welcome, gentlemen.
Yo.
Hey.
What is good? What is good?
I am so glad I was able to get you guys to do this.
Yes, sir, man.
I know we talked a little bit before coming on here. Is there anything specific you guys wanted to jump right into? Any news you want to jump into? Anything you want to share with the audience? Before we get into that, tell the audience watching who you guys are and what you guys are all about, and then we'll jump into
that. I go by Kryptonian Ape. Hey, man, I'm just a gamer dad that tries to get in the games where I can and enjoys it and loves talking about it, man. Gaming, nerdy stuff, comics, you name it, I try to be in it, man. So,
look,
awesome.
I have my own intro, so because I
of course you
do this. You know what I'm saying? What's great in the state? It is the radio rock star, the radio rap star. It is your favorite DJ's favorite DJ, one half of the MATW Tag Team Champions, the voice of choice that makes the ladies noise. G Money's in the house. Watch him out. All right, I just had
I was waiting for it. He's gonna do the thing, isn't he? And there it is.
Not the thing. But, former I was in radio for 17 years. I've been pro wrestling for it'll be 6 years in September. I'm a huge nerd gamer. Well, I'm not as big a gamer as I used to be, but I've always been a nerd. You know what I'm saying? So I'm into all that. I'm into all that. You know what I'm saying? But yes, absolutely.
That's awesome. Thank you for coming on, man. It's same here. Like I grew up with gaming. It's part of the culture now, right?
Absolutely.
It's become such a mainstream thing. Before it was like we had to hide the fact that we play video games. Oh, video games are for kids now. Video games, it's just a little kid thing. But now it's like everything that I'm into is now become kind of the norm. Video games, comic books, movies,
anime.
It's a niche.
Yes, definitely anime.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely.
I could do that. We already got some comments already asking. Tommy Scott, welcome. Thanks for joining us, buddy. Here's my first question. What are your thoughts on the Last of Us games? And saying G Money and Gemstone are a great tag team, but oh yeah, they're amazing tag team.
I appreciate that. You know,
I enjoyed it. I remember when they first came out, that opening cinematic, that first, I want to say, 20, 30 minutes of the game, really bring it home, kind of what you're going to be dealing with. And the fact that the show stays so close to that and even adds more and gives you that emotional depth and kind of gets you in the feels for all the characters starting off is fantastic. They really, really nailed it with at least for the first season. We're not going to talk any second season spoilers here.
Go ahead.
No, that was what I was going to say.
So I'm one of those guys that sometimes when I play, like I got into the game mad late, like years ago, like about 2 to 3 years ago. But I also have this bad habit of not finishing games because of everything else that I do. So I only made it through halfway of the first game, and I'm a huge fan of What Culture. So I already knew what happened in the second game. Like I watch a lot of lists, and when I don't finish a game, if I know I'm not going to finish it, I'm one of those guys. Hey, what happened in this game, and I'll just watch, like, you know what I'm saying? So I know how it ended. I know what happened in the second game, even though I never beat the first game. So when I saw, well, we're not, like you said, no spoilers, you know, but I thought the game was really fun, man. I just wish I had more free time so I could have jumped into it the way I wanted to. But like, it is an excellent game. It's one of those, I'm not like I'm huge on Resident Evil, man. So
don't get us started.
So like that game was it was like right up my alley, man. I enjoyed it.
I mean, Cortoni and Ape and I can get into some Resident Evil. I think we were just talking about it earlier today, or earlier this week, that you bought the original, the remake of the first three, right?
No, I have.
The
I
RE
got the
collection?
original, the originals of the first and the third, because I had already had the second one, and I went back and was trying to do a playthrough of going through all of them. Yeah, Resident Evil. That's my thing, man.
How far are you into it?
I beat the first one. I had already beat the second one because I had that one on PlayStation. All the other ones I've gotten on Steam. So I beat that one on 2 on PlayStation, and I was working my way through 3, but I had to take a break.
I don't blame you. Yeah, because like we originally played the second one on N64 of all things.
Yeah.
And then it for an N64 game, the fact that they're able to pack all that in there and make it work is crazy. Now that I think about it, it's just, it became a game at this point between the three of us, who would finish it faster or who would get through a certain part of the game faster. We try to beat each other's like time.
Man.
Yeah.
I had that bad boy on PlayStation, the original. Resident Evil 2, that is. Man, good times. Good times.
You gonna say something?
One specific moment. It's I mean, I had some friends at my house, and I don't even remember how old I was. I was a teenager though, and like, you already know what I'm going to say. Like, I'm in the interrogation room, you know. So I'm on one side. You know, we just like, yeah, whatever. Go to the other side, bro. When I tell you, when that liquor jumped out through the window, I dropped the controller and jumped, and all of us, it's like 3 of us, we all jumped towards the window. Oh, like that was my fondest memory. I ended up beating the game later, but that was my fondest memory of that game. Was that moment, trying to get that. As soon as I think it was you trying to get the rook piece or something.
Yeah.
As soon as you pick it up, that bad boy came right through that window. Oh,
that's funny. Cortoni, I'm sorry, you were trying to say something, and we just got excited.
Yeah, see, that's like kind of in the same boat. I remember us being younger when we would play it, you know, stay up till 2:00 in the morning playing it. Something scary happens in the game, and you know, you stay up so late, you hear the birds chirping outside, and that scares you because you're so into the, you know, which unfortunately though, right? Like, that's what I love about Resident Evil, about the franchise and all that stuff. But I feel like the franchise got away from that a little bit as it got to like the later games.
I already know where you're going with this, and this is the argument we have every single time, dude.
Like, there's just,
he does not like Resident Evil 4.
I don't.
Or you like 4?
And I know that's not a popular opinion, but I just feel like it was such a big change from the franchise. It just felt different to me. It just felt so different than what Resident Evil. You get what I'm saying?
No, it was, but I felt like it was a necessary change though. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe not necessary, but it wasn't a bad change. You know,
it's funny. I get where you're coming from, because like they had Resident Evil 0, like I think right before or after it. So then go right into 4 into what you just had. I can see why it could be such a shock for that change. But
yeah,
I guess what we're trying to do, I guess that over the shoulder camera angle, it may have been a little bit more action based. And don't get me started on 6 and 5. That was completely more action based. Still a fun game.
Look, I'm biased on. I love 5.
I loved it for the multiplayer, the co-op mode.
The multiplayer was crazy. That's why I loved 5. Like, after I beat the game, man, I think I probably played the multiplayer more than I played the solo campaign. And
Yeah, see, but all of that is cool. Adding those things, like that stuff was necessary. It's just the lore of it. I feel like in that, 4, 5, 6, I feel like it kind of got lost a little bit.
That lore.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
It's all over the place.
Yeah,
that's what.
And Wesker's freaking campy ass in 6, just with the glasses and the one-liners, and Chris fighting a freaking boulder.
Bro, yeah. Chris boulders in 5. Like, come on.
It had some jump scares, but it wasn't atmospheric as the first 3.
And that's my point. To me, that's what made it so great. Like, I mean, how many times can you remember going through the basement or something, or walking down a hallway and a dog busts through the window, and it's like now you got to take off running because the dogs are always held to beat, or like you said with the liquor, or just even stuff just popping out. Like, you remember, I think you you were over when I was playing the 2 remake, and I had forgotten when you stop at the gas station, right? I had forgotten, and it was like the first couple minutes in the game, and I'm like, I'm already freaked out. Like, that's what I feel like was missing about it, because it's so, you get so immersed in that. Like even with the shades and the colors of the game, like, some of the newer ones are a little bit brighter, a little bit, it's not as dark.
I gotta admit, I love that they went back with that with the newer ones with the Biohazard. That was like watching a weird Hills Have Eyes movie, and you're playing it. They went right back with that atmosphere, and going first person was a good change.
Man, I'm gonna tell you why that worked, because I was like, I ain't playing that shit. It's like, this is like, they went. Not only did they go back to that, but like they turned it up, and I was like, I just watched streams of people playing that one. I was like, I ain't doing it.
So I made the mistake of playing it with my buddies from work. It was the 3 of us, and we went to my buddy's house right after work. Hey, I just got the game. I want to play it. I let my buddy borrow it before I even played it. He beat it with it like in 3 days. I'm like, all right, bet. Now we're going to play it now, right? So we get the game. We go to his house, and he has a big-ass screen TV with a big-ass sound bar. That's mistake number 1. When I tell you we get to the first boss fight with the old lady and the lights go out and she comes in, we damn near shit our pants. And what made it worse is we were drinking. So that didn't help at all. Bro, I threw the controller. The 3 of us screamed like we were little girls. I was like, dang, man. That exactly reaction. That
sounds like a good time to me.
I still haven't finished it. that playthrough. I haven't finished that playthrough. I've gone back since and gone through it, but that playthrough, I'm not touching that. That's memories. All right, let's go to some of the comments. Tommy coming back. I've gotten older. Gaming has become more fun and challenging, especially when we get into stuff like Neo and Crash. Yeah. I'll say one thing about Last of Us 2 Portugal. Yeah, playing Crash Bandicoot now is a pain in the ass. I forgot how hard that game was for us kids. And why does it seem easier back then than it is now?
I was just about to say that. I feel like those games were easier back then. It's like, you think you would be more skillful now, and it's like, man, I don't remember this level being that hard.
I'm like, used to throwing this crap, man. So we used to playing crap like that.
It's like, if this stupid mask doesn't shut the hell up, I swear.
Yeah.
First and only Resident Evil I played is far, but to be fair, I don't know any better. It's still a good game. It's still a good game. No, it's fun. It had its moments, and it's great how they kind of added the mystery of who there was and where everybody was going. They didn't answer all the questions, but it tied up some loose ends. He almost got turned into a Jill sandwich. God, it was terrible. I think Resident Evil needs a kart race to keep that.
Oh my god! Really? I can see like Nemesis in that joint. Just
that's my dog, Jerry. What's up, Jerry?
Zombies at each other.
Oh, Jerry Corbin in the building. What's good, son?
Any of you Silent Hill fans? Yes. Very much so.
Any.
I remember my first copy I had was number 2, and nope, 3, because the girl I was dating in high school and I were playing it together and we're trying to get through it. That game was hard. I still have, I think I beat Homecoming, and I beat the first one on an emulator on my laptop, and I still need to finish 2 and 4. Jerry saying, try it. Crash is easy because you had time back then. Yeah, true.
Well, so I wanted to touch back on something because we first started talking about the Last of Us, and G brought up a point about not having the time to play games like that anymore, right? So I haven't played The Last of Us. I own both of them. It's in my backlog. I just haven't gotten to them yet.
Wait, which
there's so many.
The Steam Deck one?
No, on
PlayStation.
I have them on PlayStation. Yeah. But it's just that whole idea of like having to be more intentional about the games that you play because of the time, and things seemed easier because you could put time into it. Obviously older and as adults we have different responsibilities and it's harder. But I kind of wanted to bounce that around because G brought it up. It's like not having the time. So it's like what process do you use or thought do you put into like what you're going to give your time to your limited time to game now?
That is a good point. It seems like we lost G Money. He'll be back.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a good question because I try to balance that, because we have work, we have school, we have family, and we want to make sure that we're able to balance that time. I don't know if you heard the question, G Money.
My bad. My MacBook died. I didn't have my charger.
You gotta have it charged in, my guy. That's rule number 1.
Well, look. In my defense, my mixer, I have a universal audio mixer. It was charging it charges my MacBook, but I guess it didn't do it enough.
So, repeat that question again because that's a damn good one. That was a really good one. You mentioned something that he's going to touch on real quick.
Yeah. So you brought up a point about not having the time to finish. Like you said, you didn't finish the first Last of Us, and then you didn't even play the second, right? So I was saying I own both of them. They're just in my backlog. I haven't gotten to them yet because there's so many things in front of it. Now, as adults, somebody mentioned in the comments of like, games seemed like they were easier because we had more time to put into it. So I kind of wanted to touch on backlog. Like, what's your process on thinking of like, okay, what game you are going to invest time in? Or see, I think we're spoiled in this sense. It is like if we don't want to play games but we still are interested to look at it, we can look at streamers now, right? And we can watch other people play it and see their playthrough. And it's almost like we played the game, right? We experienced it. But for the things that you want to play yourself, like how do you process that? Like, how do you make that decision?
So for me, right? So this is the way that I do things because of my wrestling career and like DJing. The amount of time that I get to play games is very short throughout the week. So it's usually near the end of the year between like, I say October to December is when I like really, well, let's say October to February, where I really crank it up with me getting to play games. So like, for example, I still haven't beaten I still need to beat the God of War that came out on PS4. Like I want to play the like you know what I'm saying? I still have to beat The Witcher 3, but like when something that I really want comes out, I'm on it. Like I love Final Fantasy. Like especially 7. So when Remake came out,
a little overrated, but my man.
And I did that. I beat that. When Rebirth, I'm still currently playing Rebirth right now. So like I'll probably get like 4 hours a week to, throughout a couple days where I get to play a game or so. So like, and there's so many other games that I don't even have on my backlog that I just want to play. It's just sometimes I'll forget about something and then somebody will be like, oh yeah, this game. And I'm like, add it to the library. Like, thank God for PlayStation Plus, because I have put so many games in my library. I don't know if I'm gonna get to play them all, but they're there and they like I have to pay for them, so it's cool.
Yeah, That's the same. Like my backlog is, including the one that I share with him, it's over 300 games.
Yeah.
At this point, just because there's a lot, and I'm the same way. And right now, I'm splitting my time between several games. Like, same. I love Final Fantasy. That's probably one of the main franchises I'm obsessed with, besides Dragon Quest, Resident Evil. That's pretty much the main games I jump a lot between. So I've been splitting my time between War of the Lions, Final Fantasy Tactics on PSP, and Dragon Quest, and Dragon Quest Monsters, and Call of Duty, because I wanted to finish the Battle Pass this time around, because I was only like 2 away to finishing the Battle Pass last time, and I didn't, so I'm a little mad about that. And trying to play games with my brothers, because I like playing multiplayer stuff.
Right.
But since I come home, I want to make sure I eat dinner. We have, I have that family time. I gotta have the family time. It's the compromise. So I'm glad I've gotten a Steam Deck, because now I can do that while I'm gaming. So I can have the TV up, watch the movie while I'm gaming, because I'm just grinding. Let's be honest. I'm playing role-playing games. I'm just grinding.
Yeah.
I'm not doing any story stuff. And if I do know there's a story stuff coming up, I just pause it and save there, so I can watch it when I do have time. But yeah, it's a delicate balance, really, of like trying to find out what I want to play. I think we have every single Final Fantasy except for like the MMOs at this point, and the latest ones.
Yeah, because I got a couple. We did the Pixel bundle, and then got some of the other ones on sale here and there.
Yeah. CD keys for the win. Thank you.
Like I'm kind of in the same boat with that, but like the way that I kind of try to do it, and it's helped me kind of complete games more, is kind of like you said, but just like a little like, some of us have the benefit of having different systems, right? So it's like when I have the time to be able to sit down at my PC, I'm like, okay, this is the game I'm going to play on PC, right? Like Monster Hunter came out, that's the game I'm going to play on PC. Same, I have the Steam Deck. The little RPG games like that run smooth and great on that, so that's what I choose to play on that. And then Dragon Quest on the Nintendo Switch, right? Like, and that has helped me complete a game, because like how G said, I'm bad at completing games, right? Like but then like being intentional that way, it's like, hey, every time I pick up the Steam Deck, I know that this is what I'm playing. So now I don't have to go through the library of like 300 games looking for something to play, because it's like, all right, I know this is what I'm playing. This is what I want to do. And that's helped me get through a good couple of games the last couple months.
Yeah, because you were like on a roll. You beat the new Zelda within like what, a week?
Which is Echoes of Wisdom.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
And then I beat the first Final Fantasy. I was sick with COVID.
That's right.
For like 5 days, but I beat Final Fantasy in like the span of 24 hours, literally in game time.
Boy, you was moving.
I wasn't even trying. I was just kind of just laying there grinding, because that's the only thing that didn't make me feel sick or dizzy, because I'm looking at pixels. So I was just grinding, and I went through the game. I'm like, oh, I remember a lot where I had to go for that game, oddly enough, for like the small amount of time I played it. But yeah, I made it through, because I had it for the Game Boy Advance. I had it for the PlayStation. So this is, again, me trying to recoup that loss of getting those games again. But Dragon Quest, you mentioned Dragon Quest. G-Money, have you played any Dragon Quest?
I haven't played Dragon Quest.
That's like the granddad of Final Fantasy, my guy.
Yeah, I know.
No. I take that back. Final Fantasy did come out first. Then there was Dragon Quest. But yeah,
I've heard of it. I just never played it. The only Dragon Age, yes. Dragon Quest, no.
Still another amazing RPG. I have that downloaded with all the mods and stuff, and it's been fun going through that. Like, I just been collecting them at this point. Like, eventually I'm going to play you. Eventually I'm going to play this. I'm excited to mention it because, like, my brother here, Kryptonian, Abe, this is your first time playing any Dragon Quest? Was this third one?
Yeah, it was. It was. But I loved it, man. It was great. Like I don't even know how many hours I poured into that thing. Like it was just I just grinded the hell out of it, man. It just uh it was an RPG like anything else, right? So it wasn't a huge learning curve, but I just got so immersed in it. Like the lore was great, the story was great. It made me excited about the remakes, the HD remakes that are doing for 1 and 2. And like, you had told me that about the what is it, the monster game one where you're
Monster
collecting the
Hunt.
monsters and something like that. Now I got to go play that just because I want to have more game to play.
It's funny because like I didn't realize it because it was kind of spoiled, but kind of like they hint at it that the Dragon Quest 11, the one that's on Xbox, actually connects to the third game, so it's technically a quadrilogy, not a trilogy. So I was like, all right, let me go finish playing that game through because I didn't beat it yet, and it's such a cozy game. Like,
Yeah.
it's fun even when you're grinding. The story beats, like, it's not like there's a grand story, right? But every location you have is like a mini episode. It's like watching an anime. It's like you're literally playing an anime.
Yeah,
Like,
that's a good way to put it.
Like every little town is like a one little episode. All right, I'll finish this area, see what happens here, and then I'll move on to the next one. You kind of get a lot of backstory for the characters too. I haven't beaten it. You can actually watch my playthrough on YouTube. It is up there. It's Lorenzo and Daven Gaming. Shameless plug. And it was funny because I got so mad because like the very first big dungeon you do, that has the falling ceilings. I fell like 10 times. I knew it was there. I know the hole is there. I tried to avoid the hole, but I still fall in the hole. The folly of every man, apparently. But yeah, I wanted to hear your take on it as somebody who's never played it before. Because I'm literally played this game like 4 or 5 times now. Because I had it on the Game Boy Color, the Game Boy Color remake. I originally played not knowing how rare it was, the original NES version on the Nintendo, not knowing that the legacy that I was getting myself into. I didn't like it because I didn't understand it at the time. But I played the remake, and then now I'm playing this remake, and I'm falling in love with it all over again.
Yeah, I kind of feel that way. It's like like I said, it made me excited for the remakes of the first 2 that is coming out. Like I don't know if I would go back and play the originals, having now been spoiled with the remakes and how a lot of the quality of life stuff. But I did, like, for a while, man. It just went down like, if you could look at like my YouTube feed and it's just videos on like Dragon Quest and like people explaining some, you know what I'm saying? Because you just go down that rabbit hole of like, so it was great. I loved it. It got me hooked.
Nice. I'm glad to hear that, and I'm glad that's something I could share with you. And kind of enjoy because I get to talk tactics with you and like, how'd I do? Because I know you put me in your team. Right. I'm trying to see like I could get the update. So what I do this time? Oh, I fucked up. Damn.
Well, because I think with this one, right, they added like 1 or 2 different classes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. See, I love RPGs is big for me, right? But I love that kind of like aspect of it. Is like you could have multiple playthroughs and it almost feel like a whole different experience because it's like, hey, maybe this time instead of going with a warrior, you're going to be more mage base, or it's like I love that. Like that is just that's what got me. Yeah.
So, would you play Dungeons and Dragons?
I would if I knew. If I've heard a lot of it about it. I feel like you mentioned, right? I feel like it's gotten much more popular recently. So I feel like I know about it a little bit more. But I maybe it's one of those things that I kind of stayed away from because I didn't understand. So I'm like, I don't know. But now, kind of hearing about it and stuff, like, I would try it on.
Yeah, I'll give you a copy of Baldur's Gate. We could play Baldur's Gate. Let's be intro. G Money, would you play Dungeons and Dragons?
Absolutely.
Would you be a warrior or a magic user?
First time.
That's the question, folks. Would you be a warrior or magic user?
I've played a couple games as a magic user, and like, I don't know. I'm kind of old school with the hack and slash. So I think I'll be more of a warrior type. Just like in Dragon Age, like I did one as a warrior, I did another one as a mage, and I did one as a rogue, which was like, it's not exactly a warrior. You use smaller weapons. Like you probably get like not a great, like a warrior in Dragon Age. I hate to just changing just for the sake of this. Like warrior, you can use two-handed weapons. You know, rogues use like one-handed weapons and stuff like that. So I'll jump around stuff like that. But yeah, absolutely. Dungeons and Dragons, I'd probably start off as a warrior just to see, what's what.
Dope. I always enjoyed dual wielding. I was the sneaky little bastard. What I really like to do, because like sometimes I would go in and kite the boss, hit him with the poison thing, walk away.
Yes.
Let them just start freaking out, go back in, cause bleeding, walk away, go back in, poison them again.
So yes, I like doing shit like that too. So yeah. So
or like my
they
favorite
had a
thing
class like that in Dungeons and Dragons, they probably do.
Yeah.
That's probably what I'd be. That's probably what I'd do.
And then my favorite thing to do, and I'm glad they added it, and it's something that I always loved from the first Doom, where you can have the enemies hit each other and then they start fighting and beating the shit out of each other. I love doing that in every game. We got some cool comments already. Yeah, some good interaction today. Thank you, Jerry. Coinbit. Let's see. We got the Silent Hill. You should try this game on Google Play called Factory by Surfer X. He has the PS4 remaster version of Part 1. Has about 900 mobile web games. Oh, okay. Okay, that's cool. I don't understand why Naughty Dog has re-released The Last of Us twice, but a remake of Jak and Daxter. I agree. I love the Jak and Daxter games. I love how The Last of Us has a Hitman style of play because you can either go all nuts or sneak around. Yes,
I like that too. I really like that.
Oh, or Manhunt. Manhunt too.
Oh, man.
Yeah, that was a game. Being sick is the best for playing video games. It's true. Tommy's saying he's stuck on God of War still.
Yes, I feel you.
Joe, I only have time to make some trades and watch my team on 2K.
I feel you.
Yeah, I feel you, bro.
Look, man, one of the last games I played was college football. Mm-hmm. And like I would just have time to recruit, not exactly play a game, but you know how play the moments. So because it's only 20 minutes and then I do it again. So I completely agree with Joe. I done got like 10 years in the future doing that.
Hey, so I have I've heard an interesting idea when it comes to like stuff like that, like Madden, the sports games, Madden, hockey, all that stuff. It's like that at this point, I'm sure you guys have heard the comments that it's like it's just the same game with updated rosters every year or whatever, like a few mechanics and stuff like it. Yep. So I've heard this idea, and at first I was like, it's kind of weird, but then it's like, I don't know, it kind of would make sense. Like, what do you guys think about like if sports games like 2K, Madden, stuff like that became free to play games, but then had like the microtransactions for certain things, right? Like just making the game free just in general.
I love and hate that idea.
Okay.
But let me tell you, I hate microtransactions.
Sure.
If you're going to give me a game, give me the full game. Unless you're adding additional content that's not on that disc, that's not like, and we'll get into that whole Switch situation.
Yeah.
If it's an expansion to the game and adding something new to the game, yeah, I'll pay for that. That's how I feel like it should be. I not like entirely like Fortnite. If I buy the game, I want to buy the base game. If every year you're adding changes and expands on the game, but you're adding also something new, yeah, I pay for that. Like, okay, I'm going to pay for this year's new roster, but I'm still going to have access to the old roster and have the old and new roster go at it. Like, I don't want to lose that, but I have access to anything, any changes live as it happens in game. Absolutely. Absolutely.
I think that's cool, but I like that idea. I just feel like, okay, so think about this, right? Let's say Madden's been doing that since 2020, right? and Tom Brady retired, whatever year. You know what I'm saying? So like, what if you got a guy like I don't like to play Madden online because them dudes they do too much. They do too much. I ain't with it. All I want to do is play my franchise. Let me since the Cowboys won't make it in real life, let me take them virtually to the Super Bowl.
Really? This
You know what I'm saying? So I'm over here like, what if I did want to play and guys got like 2020 Patriots and I got I don't know. Man.
I get what you're trying to say. Then there should be a rule set in place that you can only use teams from that time. So there's no mix and matching.
Right. Yes.
Maybe something like that. Like that way it's balanced and it's not no one gets an unfair advantage, because you can get the 96 Kansas City Chiefs or the Cardinals.
Right.
But then again, that would be kind of cool to see how well would the Steelers go up against the Cardinals from back in the Sega EA Sports
I mean, you make a good point. You're using a team that's got Randy Moss as a rookie, and then you're playing with Brady like on the Patriots. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I just think that would be that's a whole lot of data.
Yeah.
Like rosters every year. Like if they started that, let's say they started in 2015, it's been 10 years.
Though Fortnite's does it in a way.
Fortnite's been out for a while too.
Mm-hmm. See, that's and I feel like Fortnite, love it or hate it, right? Fortnite has, I feel like, put the gaming industry as a whole in a very weird spot, right? And this we can kind of segue to this to what we were for the Switch stuff, right? But like, it was one of the first like big games that introduced like, hey, it didn't matter what system you were on, we all play together. You downloaded it on the PlayStation because that's what you got. I got it on the Xbox. I got it on my phone. We party up and we could still play.
I love that. I love that.
We can still communicate. But the crazy thing about it is that it's a free game, right? Like it gave you that being free. You get so much value, the game being free, and they make their money off of skins, off of the collabs that they were doing, off of the emotes and all that stuff. And you get what I'm saying? And I think
I did get the Vegeta Goku.
I got the over the holidays. I got the Goku skin with the Nimbus and the Powerball. Yeah. But you get what I'm saying? Like they start having collabs where you have rappers that you can play as. They did a Madden collab, right? Where you can play as you can get a skin to play as Mahomes or whatever anime. You know what I'm saying? Like they appeal to everybody.
That's why I'm laughing. I don't play it, so I didn't know that.
That's funny.
Yeah, so they have skins for like everybody, right? And that's where they make their money. But the base game is free, and it gave you those features of like you don't have to pay to a subscription service to play with your friends. You don't have to pay for the extra convenience of like, hey, this guy has it on PlayStation, I have it on my phone, get a quick game in or whatever. Like I feel like that has put pressure on what we as gamers now have as expectations of like games are getting more expensive, and it feels like sometimes we are getting less and less.
You know what? I agree and disagree. I think they need that freaking pressure.
Oh no, agreed. 100%.
They need that pressure. And you know what? Prime example, because I just mentioned it, Baldur's Gate 3, Larion, made a complete game. DLC was in the props, but screw Hasbro for screwing that up. But they made a complete game, and people are still playing it. I'm still playing it. And they adding updates and patches. Like now there's like more subclasses you can add on to now. Like they gave a complete game, and some companies are mad at them. And I love how he's constantly calling them out. We're just trying to make a fun game. We're trying to do this for the fans, not for the money, but for the passion, for the love of it. And that's why I respect him when he's like, I don't think we're going to be doing any more Baldur's Gate or any DLC because it's no longer fun for us. we made what we made, what was fun. We loved the interaction we were getting, and that's it. And they moved on to another project, but they're still showing love to Baldur's Gate finishing the final patches, which that's the perfect example. That's what a game studio should be striving, is retaining those fans, giving what the fans want to an extent, but putting out a product quality product that's you're getting what we're paying for. And people, I would pay for stuff that any other DLC that they make. Like they're giving it away for free. That stuff, like I would pay for that because you guys went beyond our expectations and actually care about what we're telling you about the feedback. I feel like if a company does that, they deserve the recognition. They deserve the money from the fans, at least.
Yeah.
Right.
All right, back to some comments. The only Final Fantasy I have is Final Fantasy is Edge of Cerberus. Ooh, that was good. You beat Zelda in a week. Did you sleep?
The Echoes of Wisdom, that one, yeah. I did, but it was great. It was a good game. I love that art style.
Yeah, it was good. Quickest I've ever beat something was Battlefield 3 in one go in 4 hours. Dang, nice.
Wow.
There's only one game I beat all the way through from beginning to end, and that was Halo 3 when it came out. My buddy and I went to the midnight release, got the game, came home, stayed up till 7 o'clock in the morning, playing the entire game the next day. That was a long day. Only RPG I've been addicted to is Yakuza Like a Dragon. That's on my watch my game list.
I've heard so much good things about the Yakuza franchise.
I was playing the one before Like a Dragon, and I can't remember what it was, but I was on that joint heavy for at least 30 hours before I went back to something else. But
so think of Grand Theft Auto, but Yakuza is essentially what it is.
Yes.
But not as much driving.
I was about to say the same thing.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun though. But the Like a Dragon takes that and turns it into like turn-based, where like you get into a fight, then you get to decide what you do. It happens, it plays out, and then it goes into the next round. It's amazing. It really is. From what I've seen, I haven't played it yet, but I have played the other Yakuza games, and they're just a lot of fun. It's just fun going around beating the shit out of people.
Yeah,
that's what everybody says. That's what everybody says.
Doing karaoke,
games are just fun.
Oh my gosh!
But the mini games are bananas. Oh
yeah. Anime show tie-in games are a blast, even for someone like me that hasn't seen a lot. The Naruto ones are peak.
Well, hold on, man. Hold on. Which ones? Which games? Naruto games we talking?
PlayStation and up to early Xbox, because those are like probably the best that I played. That Naruto should put in the Naruto fighting games.
Yes, the fighting games. Yes, those were dope.
Except for like there's one on the Xbox 360 that was terrible, but the ones after that and the ones before that and the one on the GameCube was money.
I think it's the one on the 360. I think it was the one. I think it was 3. It wasn't one of the fight. Well, it was, but it had more of like an open world one.
Yeah, that was fun.
I like that one. See, but I like that. I'd rather have that kind of like open worldness to it. Like I want to be immersed into the anime world, and instead of just like having like just straight like being a fighter game, right? Like that's one of the reasons why I didn't like Dragon Ball Fighter Z as much as I like Kakarot, right? Because it's like. It missed that open world. It was just going from fight to fight. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't what I expected.
I wasn't. Yeah, I feel you on that.
My problem with Madden is it's so easy to choose the controls, and the point's not fun for me. At least 22 is a fun. All right, yeah, I get it.
I mean,
thoughts on Battlefield?
Look,
loved it.
Me and Jerry used to be up like till 2 and 3 in the morning on Battlefield Bad Company 2. That was
yes, that was my game, bro.
Oh my gosh. I think I might have played that game for like years. Even after another one came out, I was still on Bad Company, man. Oh man.
Because it was so interactive. You could literally drive a car into a tree and the tree would fall over, the destructible stuff. It was so much fun.
You could blow anything up. Like that's why I love Battlefield way more than I love Call of Duty, because you could just do more. You didn't have to just shoot people in Battlefield. You know what I'm saying? You could be so slick, man. People hated me. You couldn't drive. If I'm on the other team, you're not driving. because I got mines everywhere.
That was me too.
We used to even on the later games, we used to what we used to call ghost riding the whip. We would take a Jeep or something and just load it up with C4 and drive it at people and jump out and hit the button and just good times.
That's
good
fun.
times.
But see, I think didn't what hurt
TB, what's up?
What hurt Battlefield was when EA did that stuff where you bought the game and then you had to pay for the online access on top of. See, and I think that's what hurt.
Killed it.
That was trash.
It hasn't really recovered since then, honestly.
It hasn't.
And the thing is, they're good games. They are. What's this, DB? I figured it's a bit of a change because we're always talking wrestling. I want to see what you guys are into outside of wrestling. Like, what do you nerd out about? What's your obsession? What is your fixations? So I figured I'll get my brother, the Kryptonian Ape, up here, get G Money on here. We'll talk. Just talk.
And DB's he's my co-host on our wrestling podcast, Smash the Mat.
Smash the Mat. Hey.
So yeah. Absolutely.
What do y'all think? Perfect segue. But let's go to the other comment. Baldur's Gate 3 is an example of what the standard should be for every game studio. Yes, period. As my friends Con, Kelly, and Cade and Pierre like to say. What do y'all think of the Nintendo Switch 2 games being 80 for digital and 90 for physical?
Let me ask you something. How much time we got, man? Because we can talk about the Switch too, man. How much time do we have, man? Because we can dissect this thing, man.
Y'all can dissect. I don't have a Switch, so this is you guys' time. All right. You're gonna be schooling.
You know what?
So,
because I want to get into a couple stuff because there's stuff I talked about with you guys that I really want to get into because we have not. For y'all watching at home, we have not seen the new Predator Badlands trailer. I want to watch that live with y'all here with us. I want to get into some Batman and Superman because Kryptonian Ape unfortunately has not read it, but we're going to get into them. G Money has, but there's some details he doesn't know about the new Absolute. So we're going to get into that. It's going to be a fun time. Let's dissect the Switch thing because to me, it doesn't feel like it's a new console. I feel like this is what the Switch Pro should have been. Especially with the 120 running on 120 frames per second. Am I correct on that? That's fantastic. I'm just hoping it doesn't have the same hardware issues and it doesn't struggle to push those 120 frames per second. Do I like the fact that GameCube's on it? Yeah, love it. That's for me fantastic. Wish it was on the Switch, but yeah. I like, and I think this is where I find it interesting that they're doing the game share thing. And I think that's why they're doing it. I still don't like the fact that the games are so high. It could be a number of factors. It could be the whole tariff situation that they're doing it, or it could be that they're trying to somehow get their monies back with the fact that they're doing the game share. I think that's their mindset. What are your thoughts on that?
So first,
let's school. Do you understand anything we just said about the Switch?
I did.
You did? Okay, cool.
Did. I understand. Look, I understand gamer hardware and specs and all that. Yeah. So yes.
So I want to start with this, right? A friend of mine put it in a good way, and you kind of touched on it too, right? This kind of feels like, for those of you who use iPhones, right, it kind of felt like an S upgrade, not that next flagship, number. It didn't go from the 15 to the 16. It felt like that 0.5 upgrade, right? So don't get me wrong. I'm happy that Nintendo listened to its fans and said, hey, we want 4K gaming. We want 120 hertz. We want something that's stronger, that's faster, the stuff with the joy. They did everything right in the sense of addressing what people's concerns were with the first Switch. My only issue with it is that it feels like it caught up to everything else, and it's not next gen, right?
Mm.
Which, if we follow the same path, like the original Switch came out in what, 2017, been out for 7-8 years. So assuming that this is going to be another 7-8 years, it's going to be outdated. It's already outdated before it hasn't even come out yet. Pre-orders go live, I think, tonight in the US. It's already outdated. You know what I'm saying? It's just
Brand
catching
new
up
and
to
it's
everything.
expected.
And it's like what they're charging for it is like, I love everything that they did. It's just I wanted that more, especially because
Yeah.
now it's more expensive. Now it's
For that price point,
yeah.
exactly.
It's just it's hard to justify. And you mentioned the thing like with the GameCube. I love that they showed Wind Waker, being able to play that on the Switch because of the GameCube. But it sucks as they locked it behind the 2. There's so little things that it's like it doesn't seem like a necessary upgrade right now, right? Unless you're like true fans about like specific things, like the people who like Mario Kart and want to play the new Mario Kart world or whatever it is.
I'm not gonna lie, I am kind of hype about that though.
I don't
it
know
looks
how
awesome.
Mario Kart. I mean,
but 24 people in a race.
that's insane.
It's going to be insane. And don't get me wrong, I'm excited for it, but it's just, is it worth the $80-$90? It's just the thing about it is that what gets me is that the way they talk about it, right? They say their approach to this is variable pricing. So different games are going to be different prices, right? And so it's like when games get announced, we're not going to know what to expect, right? Because they're saying games that they feel have value are going to be higher, like the Mario World. A month after it releases, the Donkey Kong game was going to come out, and that's $70. It's like, what's the difference in value there? Like, who's saying what is valuable and what isn't?
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah. Honestly, yeah. G Money, your thoughts on that? Because I think that might be on the money.
Real. Like, I'm still tripping off when he said this is brand new, but as soon as you hit the market, you're behind.
It dropped today. It's already
that's crazy. See, hopefully you get consumers who don't care about things like that, but you, especially like the more mature gamers, like we do care about things like that. You know what I'm saying? Like there was a time when we thought like pixels was the shit. Like it's so lifelike, and it wasn't. Like I just saw something from like NBA Live or whatever, and it was like John Stockton blocking his hell nails, and we used to think this is, oh my gosh, this is amazing.
NBA Live 95. I still have my copy of NBA Live 95, my guy.
Oh my god,
we used to play that one actually.
Man, I had every live until about from 95 to 05. I had all of them, man. But like the thing that kills me, and I saw it in one of the comments, like games becoming 80 and 90. Bro, I was tripping on PS5 games. I got a PS5 when they're 60. And I'm like,
but games have always been that high price, though.
I mean, like, it was they used to be 40 and 50.
If you look back at Super Nintendo, Sega games, those games were up there 70, 60, 80 bucks, depending.
I wasn't the one buying them, so I don't remember.
Good point. Point taken. Point taken.
Well, but that's like, now I understand if a game is usually 60, 69, because they're about 70, and then you get like the ultimate panty dropper version or whatever, that's like an extra $20 and it's got literally everything. I can dig that. Okay, cool, because if you don't get it like that, you're going to buy it individually and it's going to add up to that anyway. But dropping a game off rip and it's $80-$90, and the crazy thing is 9 times out of 10 these games that are going to be that high, it's not even going to be everything they release. And then think about it like this, like I stopped playing WWE 2K, I think, when I became a wrestler. I don't know why, but like,
oddly enough, ironically, same.
Right? Like,
I was more using it to try to create my gear, and that was it.
Like, I had every wrestling game up until like 22 or whatever. But like 2K20 was trash. Super trash. Now imagine you play that, right?
Yeah.
You remember how bad that game was? I'm talking
Yeah.
about like toilet water, garbage, dumpster juice, trash. Imagine paying $90 for that. $90, almost $100 for a game that was probably 50% finished when it came out. And then you got to wait for patches, and the patches only made it 60% finished. And I paid $90 for that? Dog, me and the developers got to fight. Now we got to fight.
Oh, you make a suplex. You're about to feel a suplex.
Exactly. Bruh, you suplex somebody in the game, and now your whole screen is shaking.
Oh god, but that's that's the one thing I loved about the old used version game of the games too, is just the stupid ass glitches that would happen. I loved
They
it.
were funny for a while.
Yeah, they were. Let's see. No, it's just, oh, man, Tommy, you are on a roll.
Tommy's
bro.
hilarious.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love
You stopped
that.
playing WWE 2K because you had your own My Career. That's hilarious.
Left anything was Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 and Ghost. Yeah, Ghost was fun. Better favorite Wii series?
Sports.
The sports.
Wii Sports.
Well, I think I ain't buying it. Yeah.
Talking about
the Switch.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Batman vs Superman: The Ultimate Edition is the most overhated or overrated superhero movie of all time. I like the Snyder Cut better, but even then, it was very convoluted mess. Unfortunately, better. Donkey Kong is not worth $60, let alone $80 or $90. Yeah, I'll give you that, Tommy. One more thing before we switch to superheroes: Console Wars is the dumbest thing of all time. I agree. But it helped the sales.
I ain't gonna front, bro.
From the 2000s up, it was. And I take that back. I take that back. In the 90s, oh God, I'm aging myself here. In the 90s, it was a big deal because like we had a Sega, and everybody else had a Super Nintendo. That was the argument. And then we had a PlayStation, and they had a Dreamcast, or they had a PlayStation, we had an Xbox. It happened.
It did happen.
See, to me, this ties back to what we were saying with the whole thing with Fortnite and stuff like that. Like at this point, like we're so advanced in like technology. We're paying $80, $90 for games soon. Like, oh, let me play with my friend on PlayStation if I have it on Xbox. Like, come on now.
He's not wrong.
That's all I'm saying, right?
No. I wouldn't even laughing at that. I just saw this comment. Tommy said 90s. You mean last century?
God, damn.
God.
Ouch. Oh, that hurt.
That hurt my soul. Oh man.
I would say a couple words, but we're live right now.
Bro, look, that's.
I have a couple of glitches that I saved that were so. Oh God, yeah, those clips.
20,
when you suplex somebody and they get stuck through the ring and they just flop like a fish. All right, man. Let's bring up that trailer because I'm hyped to see this. Give me a second. Talk amongst yourselves.
Good.
Tommy, give us a topic. Since you're watching.
I have a question. You mentioned it earlier when you were talking about Dragon Quest and how you've played it a couple times. Like, what is that one game that's been remade? Doesn't matter, remade, remasters, whatever. You'll play it every single time on every system. Has been like, for me, I have played every version of Ocarina of Time, from the original to DS to on the. You're saying it don't matter how many times it's come out, I have bought it, I have played it, and I love it every single time. Like, what's that for you?
Like, I haven't. The only thing I can say is Final Fantasy, because like that's the one I'm still on hard body. But I feel the same way about Streets of Rage because I when they it wasn't a remake, but when they put out 4, I had to get Streets of Rage. Like I missed those beat 'em ups. I love those types of games, but for me, it was just like, it was Final Fantasy and it was Streets of Rage. I'm trying to think what else. I didn't even get to see the Resident Evil games are on my backlog. I ain't even get a chance.
That's a good question.
That's a play.
And yes, Deshaun, I think he means remastered too. Like that's damn. See, I was gonna say Ocarina of Time because that's a good one, but damn, Final Fantasy Tactics because it deserves one. I loved the PlayStation 1. I love the PSP version. It added so much stuff. I want a remaster of that remaster. It would be Final Fantasy. I will buy it every single time. You know what? Pokemon, the OG Pokemon.
If there's one that I would play, Legend of Dragoon. No questions asked.
Oh my
God, yes.
Yes. I wish that would come back, man.
Yes. It technically has, and I have it downloaded on the Steam Deck. It's called Severed Chains. It's a group project. What they did is they remastered it. They put an HD remaster. They upped the graphics. They changed some things. Spoiler alert, if you haven't played it, you can keep Albert. He doesn't die. So you can keep him in your party.
Sign me up.
Oh, yeah. Good one. Good one. Yeah. Yes, sir. Dynasty Warriors. Fantastic.
Oh, man. Yeah.
I love Dynasty Warriors.
Bloody Roar. Oh, man. This is my kind of homie here. Topics not about.
Didn't they do a Bloody Roar, though?
Yeah, but it failed. So it was.
It was. I mean, yeah. It was kind of trash. I just knew they did it.
Ooh, that's a good one. Tommy and then Deshaun Fowler. Oh, and Marvel. Of course. It's Marvel, baby. Where your color mustache at?
Bruh. Yes. How important collision.
Oh, and speaking of remasters, Shadow dropped today. Oh, Elder Scrolls Oblivion on Game Pass, bro.
Yeah,
I haven't played that game since 2007.
But isn't that crazy though that we are now?
Don't stop it. No,
hold on, listen, man. that we're at a time now that like I feel like remasters to Tommy's comment right here, question, right? I feel like the remasters and collections and remakes and stuff like that, I feel like that's carrying the gaming industry right now more than the new stuff that's coming out.
That's crazy.
Right?
Like it's funny you say that because had Final Fantasy VII not came out, I'd just be playing like sports games. Like it's not just the last original game that I played.
It's not even just gaming; it's movies too. TV shows stuff is being
remade, redone.
Yeah.
I don't even know. The last original game that I bought, maybe not even. No, the Dark Souls I played was a remaster too.
Oh, I love that. I love that one.
I'm gonna turn my PlayStation on and look and see what I recently played. I can't even think of it.
The most recent remaster.
In my defense, too, I don't really check up on like. I used to live and die by IGN to know what's coming out. I don't even check it. I have no idea what's coming out nowadays.
Same.
Like, damn this adult life.
I had Skyrim in my collection for a year and a half, never played it. Tony Hawk one was great. Yeah, I agree. I love those games. That became a drinking game with my friends because we would play horse and then ended up just take a shot. Wow. Yeah, Tony Hawk was tough.
Wow. I remember that from back in the day.
They're getting ready to Dawn 3 and 4. Well, studios are late. Yeah, that's true. As a kid, having the Sega Genesis collection for the 360 were a gateway into the pre-360 consoles. True. Ghost of Tsushima was original, but was
Xbox PS4. Put out Rare Replay or something like that. They get the collection of that. Yeah.
Also, want to feel old. The PS1 turned 30. Dang it! Yep, it did turn 30.
God.
I'm more of a skate. They had that whole
they came
animation.
Out. It came out in 95. Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Jeez Louise. I'm not even gonna say how old I was in 95. Jeez.
How old were you?
12.
Man, you put him on the spot like that, man.
I
You just said he wasn't gonna say it, didn't
How old I was. So how old were you? Huh? Well, since you put a gun to my head.
it?
I don't even remember. Wait, how old was it? What? No, that's not right. I don't know. I'm not. Math is not mathing right now. It was negative 13 with a piece.
Negative 13. What?
Get out of here.
That's
all right. I got the trailer up. It's a teaser trailer. It's about a minute.
All
You
right.
guys want to watch this?
Yeah.
All right.
I didn't think you survived.
Oh.
You're hunting something that can't be killed.
Wait, Monster Hunter?
I'm on it.
What?
That looked great.
Yo, hold on.
No questions. I'm going. Dog. Oh man, yeah.
Knows about saving money.
I'm going to see it. I'm going to see it. I'm going to see it.
I got holy crap. That looked amazing.
Before the Friday. I'm going the day before. That is wild. Though, can I just say how much I love Predators with Adrian Brody? That is that's one of my all-time favorite Predator movies. I probably watched that movie about 10 times. Like the whole concept of everything, like them
Miss Kate loves that movie.
Oh my God, I love that movie, man.
I just pulled up the other trailer for the show I was telling you guys about.
Let's get it.
All right,
let's get it.
You said this one is animated?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, it's on Hulu. I was wrong.
Hulu.
My bad. Oh, we're finally getting a ninja fight. Nice.
Yeah.
Just around the corner.
Oh yeah.
Now.
Oh, it's from the same director.
It's time I tell you about the monster.
Oh no.
We must kill it, or it will kill us all.
No way.
Oh, that's going on the list, man.
I need that.
Bro.
I need it. I need
That
it.
that was cool.
That was amazing.
Mm.
That's right. That's right around the corner, too.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
That's
and each episode's gonna be a different. Oh my god, that
I like the transition
about
they were
40
doing
days,
there when
bro.
it was going to the different like times. Like, yeah, different place. That was. I'm sold.
Yeah, bro. I'm sold.
no, I loved Prey. Prey was amazing.
Prey was
I know
great.
people give it flack. It's stupid.
They stupid.
No, they're dumb.
Yeah,
It told a great story. Look, I've been following this franchise since I was since I was in second grade. Because I remember
get to the chopper.
exactly. Oh my god! Wow, he's in the trees.
Watch out!
No, I remember. Wow, I'm old. I remember going to a field trip when I was in second grade, and we were on the bus, and we were allowed to buy stuff there. And a friend of mine bought a Predator comic, and that was like my first foray, and an Alien comic. That was my first foray into the Alien Predator movies, comic books. Damn it! I'm so excited. That trailer was so awesome, dude.
I just saw the comment.
I did too. I wasn't gonna say that. I said it.
Hey, David, was the world black? Yeah, it was called the Before Times.
Oh man,
that's funny.
Oh man,
and I became obsessed with the comic books. I had watched the movies. I've seen the movies. God, our dad was obsessed with 80s action movies. He was the Predator or Rambo, or for most of our lives.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and then becoming obsessed with it. And as I grew up, I've read almost every Predator comic. I've read almost every Alien comic. I unfortunately have not read the newer Marvel ones. All of them, anyways. They're great. I'm actually trying to catch up reading Aliens versus Avengers. That's been freaking insane.
Yes. Oh my god. Yes, that is bananas.
It is.
That is bananas. And they're killing me because they drop like what every 2-3 months.
Yeah, I think it might come out this month. They did. I was so mad. And Spider-Man versus Predator dropped today. Spider-Man versus Predator dropped today. I'm gonna go. I'm picking that up after work tomorrow.
What the fudge?
Good question, Tommy. The movie I have rewatched the most, probably The Crow.
That's a good one.
Oh, it's easy for me. It's Coming to America. It's my all-time favorite movie. I love Coming to America.
I love it. Good movie.
No questions.
And you?
Funny, Forrest Gump.
God, yeah, that's up there. That's up there.
That's like my comfort movie, man. I can just watch that.
I feel you, dog. I feel you. Hey, look, man.
Yes, Tommy, I've actually have a movie review about the Rambos. A buddy of mine actually went and watched every single Rambo up to the new one, and we gave our reviews and actually talk about that. Check out Nerds Rule the World on YouTube. You'll see that on there. But yes, we do talk about it. It's one of my favorite franchises thanks to my dad. My dad was addicted to very bad 90s action movies.
It's funny you say that though. Like recently I've gotten into doing that. Like a good example is recently with the new Planet of the Apes that came out, went back and watched the original and watched them all through until the new one came out. Like we did the same thing with Transformers, went back and watched them all. The Fast Furious. Want to do that with the Terminators. Go back, watch the original all the way up. It's just something we just one weekend was like, hey man, we just gonna sit here and watch all the Planet of the Apes.
I want to, but somebody downstairs does not like them. It makes me sad.
Hey, man, sometimes you just got to get through them, man.
Yeah, you just apparently she became best friends with an orangutan, so I think she feels. No, that's not a joke. That's actually real life.
Oh, oh, okay.
Like her mom used to take her to the zoo, and this orangutan and her like knew each other. Apparently, I was like, "Oh, he was just visiting family as a joke." He's like, "No, it's a real orangutan." That's pretty dope.
Jeez. Hey, DB said he watched the Power Rangers movie so many times. Holy!
Oh
Wow.
yeah, that's a good one though.
Oh, hold on. Wait, what Power Rangers go? Okay, because that, yeah.
No,
which
we
Power
all
Ranger
know
movie?
it's which one, Deshaun? Please tell me it's the one from the 90s. 80s action movies are great. 80 movies, yep, they're great. We'll wait on that response. So, are you guys hyped for that? That's a day one watch.
Hell
yeah.
Oh yeah, no questions. Absolutely.
How does Hulu usually do their thing? Is it a weekly release or they release everything?
It's weekly, right?
Weekly.
Is it?
Depends. It depends. Sometimes they put down the whole thing, like Animaniac. No,
Oh, yeah.
was Animaniacs full? Yeah, I think Animaniacs was the full, and then everything else is weekly. Like,
If
yeah,
it's weekly, I might give it if it's weekly, I might give it a couple. I hate watching when I'm into something like that. I hate watching one episode and I gotta wait like a week.
Yeah, it's weekly because we're watching Will Trent, we're watching Futurama all through Hulu, and it's weekly. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I might give it like 2-3 weeks.
Yep. You watch The Bear. Deshaun, we're still waiting. It better be the 90s one with Ivan Ooze and the weird goatee.
Ivan Ooze. Ivan Ooze.
It's the sad thing. I'm with him on that. If it's that one, we watched that one so many times. I remember we had that one on VHS. Yeah. And just remembering, like, I remember like a good like half of the movie's lines.
Yeah. What's wrong? I don't want
to. Oh, that movie was great.
It's so bad it's good.
Yes.
I don't care. It's great.
Oh,
it is.
Another, The Crow and the Street Fighter are the two movies I watch the most.
Oh God,
Raw Julia. That is another movie I know line per line.
Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Yeah. Other Shameless Club, me and my friend Rob Medina also did a review on that one, and we talk about his heavy use of eating powdered donuts and maybe hanging out with Kylie Minogue a little too much. I'm using that as a euphemism. The fact that movie even got finished is a testament of that director.
Like, I love Street Fighter. Like, Street Fighter is like my favorite fighting game, and I just knew that movie was going to be like the best thing, and it wasn't. It was as good as Mortal Kombat 2 was, and it was just...
No. Mortal Kombat. Wait, hold on.
2.
I say the first one was better than the second one.
That's what I'm saying. The first one was good. The first Mortal Kombat movie was good. 2 was terrible. That's why I said Street Fighter, and that was about the same. Because that's
Sir, I'm about to kick you off. That's no. How can you compare Street Fighter the movie with Mortal Kombat 2?
Come on, man.
What?
Come on.
No. Quick, change the channel. No.
When Street Fighter first came out, I enjoyed it. But as I got older, I was like, this is not good. But maybe I was a little harsh because Mortal Kombat 2, I knew that was trash when I walked out the theater. Like, I walked out like that was terrible.
Oh, yeah. Tommy, we don't talk about
Let me retract that.
But that was another terrible movie. The fact that Kevin Nash was in it.
What?
Yeah, Dead or Alive movie. Kevin Nash is
Didn't
in it.
they do a Final Fantasy movie too?
Yes, and that is a sad story because
right?
Yeah, it was CGI.
Yeah, I remember that one.
He left Square Enix for a little bit to open up his own studio, Mistwalker. And that was like his baby. It was because he was trying to make a Final Fantasy movie for quite a long time. The main character is named after his mother. Like everything is something he was working on for quite some time, since Final Fantasy VII, apparently. and it did so bad that he was just kind of like, wow, and went back to square. Yeah, it's kind of sad, but like I enjoyed the movie. Yes, it has its issues, yes, but it wasn't Final Fantasy, but it was Final Fantasy. Honestly, it reminded me a mix of like 7 and 8.
So what is our thoughts on that then? Like video game, live action, or just adaptation of video games? Stories.
Sonic is up there as probably one of the best video game adaptations.
Agree.
Yeah.
I think there's a couple of recent ones that movie wise, the Super Mario Brothers movie is probably up there. The new Minecraft movie, everyone's talking about that.
I haven't seen it yet.
I haven't seen that, and I haven't seen Borderlands either.
We don't talk about that. That was.
I mean, obviously the Last of Us show.
Oh yes,
really good reviews.
Probably
and the Devil May Cry anime. That was.
That's on my list. It looks great. It's on my list.
But it's not like the video game, bro. It's a different timeline.
That's fine. That's cool. That's fine. It doesn't have to be right, but it's like
it has the essence of
as long as it has that. Like we've talked about it before, right? Like all of us are on here. Love Resident Evil, right? The show, the movies. Right? You know what I'm saying? Like
okay, the live action movies, hit and miss. I enjoyed the first one. The first two for what they were.
First two for what they were. The third one is okay.
Then they put all the drugs.
But the animated CGI ones are actually pretty good.
Okay.
They're actually
I know how you feel about the TV show.
Yeah.
We don't talk about that, bro.
About the TV show.
I'm glad I don't know.
Oh man, I was like, why? I liked it up to a point, and I was like, no.
Yeah, I was saying, I liked it up to a point. Just because
Giancarlo Esposito couldn't save that show at all.
Oh,
Castlevania too. Yeah. That one I did start watching that one. Yeah.
I didn't even mention that.
Great. Hey, that was good. All right. Now we're moving on to superheroes. And then we'll finish this up because it's been an hour. It doesn't feel like it.
Right. I didn't realize we've been on here so long.
Yeah.
All right. So I mentioned some stuff earlier. We talked a little bit about it. And I absolutely, pun intended, love this new Absolute universe. Long story short, Darkseid absorbs some cosmic power and finally realizes that he's like a part of the balance of the universe. He has to exist. So he kind of weighs the balances of what the universe is. He absorbs this power and essentially creates this new universe, which is the Absolute universe, which takes the superheroes that we know and love and takes away from them what makes them them in a sense, but they still manage to become the superheroes that they're meant to be. And the universe that I want to get into a little bit is the Batman universe, where Bruce Wayne is not rich. His parents are still alive. And his rogues gallery, he grew up with his rogues galleries as his best friends. And it is brutal. It is awesome. G-Money, tell us a little bit about your thoughts while I look up this picture of the first issue and take a look at this new Batman suit, because it got some flack when it premiered.
So I love different takes on superheroes. Like I did, it's kind of like the Ultimates, you know what I'm saying? But this Batman is different. Like his whole origin is different. Just like he hasn't. Well, we talked about it before the show. So his mother's alive. He's in his early 20s. His father was around for a while, but he was they went on a field trip or something when he was younger, and he was killed.
Let me tell. His dad is his teacher. Sorry.
Yes.
They go on a field trip to the zoo because Bruce wins a contest about constructing a bridge, and he uses nanotechnology that eventually becomes his bat suit cape. Holy shit, number one, right?
Yeah.
So Black Mask has these people in the animal mask, the party animals. They crash the zoo, and his dad shoves him in a bat cave enclosure with some of his friends and closes it and tries to protect Bruce. Ends up dying there at the zoo. So they close the zoo and they have like this memorial light that they shine every year on the anniversary. Yes, it eventually becomes the bat signal.
Right in the fields. Right in the fields.
Sorry, I just
No,
go
it's
ahead.
okay. Look,
I got excited.
it is totally fine. But like this universe is crazy because Alfred is not the Alfred that you know and love. He's a badass. You know what I'm saying? Like even the way that Batman or Bruce comes up on everything, because he still has his tools and stuff, but the way he acquires them is different because he doesn't have money. You know what I'm saying? It's like he invents everything. And it's just just like you said, it is way more brutal because like he ain't killing, but he ain't got no problem damn near dismembering you and making you handicapped. He ain't got no
yeah. This poor guy, it becomes like a stick that he's always getting hurt by Batman. It's like first he gets his arm cut off or something like that. Then he jumps on Batman trying to strangle him. And then he activates the bat suit and spikes go through this poor guy. He boots this. It's a kid that attacks him. He picks up and boots the kid off the boat. Like literally just punts the shit out of the boat. It's crazy.
He gives no fucks.
So let me ask you then, because I haven't read them. I haven't gotten into them. But you're saying that they still end up becoming the superheroes that they're supposed to be, but it takes away what makes them them. So how is that, like, you know, we all talk about Batman, right? Being Richards. You take that away, how does that affect how he's Batman? Like, what does that? Like explain that to me a little bit. Like you're saying, he still becomes Batman. He's still the superhero.
Original Batman lost both his parents. You know,
right,
he didn't
right.
Both. He just lost his dad. You know what I'm saying? So like it's halfway there because his mom is still around.
Sure. So how does that affect him? Because one of the big things about Batman is with the trauma and him and having to work through that and do that. So how is, like, just create that picture a little bit. Like how is he different then? Like what does that look like, I guess?
The struggle is different because he's actually
right.
struggling. I think that's the thing I like about this is it's not, money, I'll throw money at it. You know, no, he can't do that. This is like the working man's Bruce Wayne. This is the working man's Batman. Like he's literally working a construction site job during the day and then building stuff at night to kind of go around. And a lot of it has to do with the corruption in the city too, with the party animals.
Does this make him feel more like a Spider-Man?
Yes and no. Like this is what.
I mean, that's not a bad assumption.
It's not a bad analogy. It's not.
Because like the way he has like safe houses all around the city because he's worked in so many places that people aren't like paying attention to. He's got stuff all around. When he's setting things off, he can dip and dive this way.
Yeah, his first job was working at the water plant. Then then he's working waste management. Then he's working this. He has so many odd jobs that it kind of gives him a leverage. I think the other reason is that since he's friends with his rogues gallery, they have their own little criminal, semi-criminal, semi-not. He's also getting information from them. So it's also his relationship with them is kind of like on the line here. It's like, am I just using are these really my friends or I'm just using them? You know, and it also goes back to, are these people really care about Gotham or are they just using the people of Gotham to get their own needs? So it's very cool how they kind of touch upon all that. Because even his mom is like, a high part of society, friends with Jim Gordon, and Gordon's going to be up for election soon for commissioner. Like he's not even a commissioner yet. So all those kind of tie into what's going on within the city, where Black Mask essentially is, hey, all these rich people are using you for your money. they're doing this. They're saying they're taking care of Gotham and making Gotham better, but you're still in the slums. I grew up on a farm. I grew up, killing pigs and all this stuff. So how about we take it back? And from the people who say that they're taking care of us when they're not. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's dope.
So I have the pictures here. I want to actually put them on here for just so you could take a look at this suit. Because it's pretty dope. And another thing, he's a beefy boy.
He
is jacked.
Yeah,
jacked. I think one of the coolest things about this suit is the fact that the bat symbol does not look like your typical bat symbol, and it's a utility thing. He could take it off and make it into a freaking axe.
That I feel like that
they were in their bag.
They've done something like that before, though, right? With maybe I'm thinking of the Arkham games. I thought that they that sounds familiar.
It may. Here's that first cover.
Oh, I've seen this. I've seen this. Yeah.
That one. That's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yep.
That's poster worthy right there. And then the scene I was telling you about, how like the spikes come out.
So you said there was controversy with this suit, or it wasn't like that?
Yeah. People didn't like the suit because didn't like the bat suit.
That's what it is. I think it's just
the bat symbol. They like, oh, that doesn't look like a bat. It's stupid. No, I think it looks dope.
This looks great. I don't.
Yeah. Sometimes people just be complaining just to be complaining, man.
Yeah.
I mean that and change. Sometimes people like. Nah,
I don't like change. So, I mean, would you read this, considering that we just kind of spoiled some of it?
Yeah, no, absolutely, I would. No, we were talking a little bit before the show, and how G was talking about. Yeah, I'd like different takes on stuff. Like a lot of people, like when it came to like more recent stuff, like with Spider-Man and stuff like that. Like you could only tell the same old origin story so many times before you're like, I ain't seen this. I want to get past this, right? Like, I like different takes on stuff like that. Like, we of the same heroes, but that we know and we love and grew up with, but something different. Like, one of my, I think most people agree, one of the best animated movies, right? Flashpoint, right? It has some of that questions of like, what if didn't, you get what I'm saying? And I love seeing that. Like,
which is based on an actual storyline. But yes. But yeah,
right.
But DC's does their animation so good.
Oh my god!
I wish they could do the live action like that,
man.
Don't we all?
For a long time.
I wish they would just literally just take that and just make it real.
You would think they would,
right?
Yeah. They have so much to work with, and somehow they're missing the mark.
They do have a lot to work with. They have a lot to work with. But you said so. Out of this absolute universe, how many are out?
There's Batman, Superman, Flash just dropped, and your boy. I got a little something for you.
Hey.
Absolute Martian Manhunter dropped a couple weeks ago, and in honor of that, I got a little something.
Hey man, that's my guy, man. Look at him. He looking mean and green, man. I like it.
Tell me that doesn't look dope. This, mind you, this is not the absolute Martian Manhunter.
Yeah.
But I figured you'd get because I know he's one of your favorites.
Oh man, I love Martian Manhunter, man.
John Jones.
That's crazy. That's a lot. That's a lot to catch up on.
Yeah, but it's worth it.
That's a good problem.
That's a great problem. Yeah, that's a lot to catch up on. I got you. All right, so start with Batman. Is that what I'm?
Yeah. Start with Batman. Yes, start with Batman, and then go into Superman.
Okay.
which is wild too.
Which I'm slowly trying to get that up for you so you can see the suit for that too, because it looks amazing.
Yeah, because that story is. I didn't get too far into that one, but I think I've only finished the first issue. But it's oh man, it's good stuff. And I'm not even a Superman fan, so like this take actually made me like him a little bit more. You know, because he's like, "There's the quintessential heroes," you know. So I mean,
but he is though. Like he's.
I mean, I don't dislike Superman, but he's like not in my top. You know,
Who's your top?
Well, that was who is your top? Yeah, that's a good question, sir.
So my it's Wolverine, Batman, Spider-Man, Hulk, Flash. No, I'm sorry, Flash after Spider-Man, and then Hulk.
Okay.
Yeah, I love me some Wolverine. I love me some Batman. But the last couple years, I'm not even gonna lie. Like I've been reading a lot of Black Panther, and shit, he's not even a hero, but like I love Thanos stories. Like, Thanos has some crazy stories, man. He got some wild stories, bro. Him and Doctor Doom, like
Dr. Doom, bro. Have you read?
Stories.
Dude took over the world and gave it up because he got bored.
Dog, like
only Doom.
Actually, I might have to switch that up because, like, Doctor Doom is in my top 5, yo.
And he has a great storyline right now because he's taking over the world right now.
Bruh.
And the last time he did it,
and it's not the first
even the Avengers,
yeah, see, yeah.
And the last time he did it, the Avengers were like, but they were kind of questioning. It's like we kind of were better off with him kind of taking over the world, though. Like,
bruh.
That's crazy.
I love Doom World though, because it was so crazy how they had like, you know, it's the planet, but every section was like, oh, this is Age of Apocalypse, and this is Marvel Zombies, and this is this, and this. Like, I thought that was just crazy. I thought that was so dope. And then, oh, that's dope.
Yeah.
You liking that?
Is it? That's it.
No. I interrupted him. I interrupted him in the mid.
Oh, okay, my bad. Sorry.
My bad. That was me. No, but you were saying.
I don't remember. That's a cool suit.
Yeah. No, we were talking top heroes, top characters, I guess.
Well, what are yours? I just that Dr. Doom conversation just made me. I gotta switch mine up. So
yeah. Oh man. I think I go back and forth. Top. I go back and forth between Green Lantern and the Flash. That's
which Lantern?
That would be my follow up. I think I already know. Let me guess.
I mean, you already know the answer to that. It's only one Lantern around here, man.
What? John Stewart?
John Stewart. Yes.
Oh, okay.
John Stewart.
I didn't know.
John Stewart, man.
That's the one I like the most. Yeah.
Thank you.
No, Kyle Rayner, sir. Kyle Rayner.
Nobody knows that one.
What?
I haven't read this. So I don't think I read too many Kyle Rayner stories. I ain't gonna lie.
That's my point. Thank you. All right. So
the man literally became a
Hal
white
Jordan
lantern.
or John Stewart. That's
yeah.
Oh my god. The guy literally becomes a white lantern. Get out of here, guys. You need to read your comic books, okay?
Listen, okay.
Call yourself nerds and geeks. Get out of here.
Time out. That's my list, okay? So Green Lantern, Flash, right? They usually I love their dynamic. I love their, you know, the two of them. So they're up there. I agree with you. Spider-Man has to be up there. He just overall great. Nightcrawler.
Okay.
Nightcrawler's
voice,
up there.
bro. I'm so proud.
You don't hear that every day. I like that.
No.
I hit you with the
Nightcrawler.
Wolverine, Batman. Yeah.
Yeah. And then trying to think. I think that's my top. I gotta think. I mean, yeah, I think I mean, obviously, Martian Manhunter, John Jones, right? But
Jean
I think that'd round out my 5. Yeah.
That's some good picks, sir. That's some.
I already
darn
know
good
on
picks.
yours. I already know on yours. Gambit is up there.
He is. He's up there.
I know that. Maybe Cyclops. Maybe you put Cyclops up there. I remember you were big
You
on
know what?
Cyclops.
I can't even front on Cyclops no more because
Yeah.
he done the last
He's
couple.
done.
He done
He's done some
pulled a
stupid
whole
shit.
180, boy. He's that dude now.
Because he stepped up finally, right?
He did.
Yes, he was right.
Yep.
And he finally, once he stepped out of trying to please Daddy Professor X, he finally got some balls to put his foot down for his people. Yes, complete turnaround. Yes, Gambit is up there. I actually have his first appearance in the X-Men with Storm. I don't know how I got it, but somehow I do. Let's see. Man, I love Wolverine. He's up there. But no, I would say Gambit's up there. Nightcrawler's up there. That's why I was like, really? Nightcrawler? All right, yeah, I'll give you that because he's funny, he's goofy, but he's also very dangerous, and people sleep on him too much.
Yeah,
100%. Yeah, that's why I love.
You said top 5.
Yeah. Give us a 5. Yeah.
Gambit, Nightcrawler, Kyle Rayner, Green Lantern.
you did that on purpose.
I did do that on purpose. Bastards.
Back on his name.
Yeah, put some respect on his name. I want to say Spidey and Batman.
Okay.
Spidey and Batman. Those are my top 5s. Hold on. Wait, you guys haven't seen this. I'll be right back. Talk amongst yourselves.
So like when you said something about Cyclops, man, like, so I'm in a lot of black nerd groups, right? So
Okay.
So like some people be taking like dialogue from comics and they be like changing it around. And and so it's always Cyclops whenever he's fighting somebody, he's like, and that's on Charles. And this is like so for a while I just be like, on Charles. And it's like CHAWLS, Charles. And like so now when I think of Cyclops, all I can think of like are these abridged comics.
Yeah.
he's like, oh, what, and that's on. Oh, damn.
Okay.
Yeah, I got to read Absolute Superman because he young as hell too.
That's what I was about to say. He looks younger. He looks younger than.
I think he traveled. He's a teenager when he goes to Krypton. I mean, when he goes to.
You said Bruce is in his 20s?
Yep.
Yeah, it's same thing with Superman. Superman's like 18, 19.
Yeah.
Okay, I was about to say he doesn't look like he's 20. You know what it gives me? The suit gives me Invincible vibes.
I think it gives me more like
I like it though.
Cell Saga Saiyan vibes.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to show you guys something. This is my pride and joy because I had to say Spider-Man is my number 1, right?
Mm-hmm.
I have this signed from the man himself.
Holy crap!
That's so cool.
Is that Stan Lee? Oh, certificate of authenticity. That's crazy.
That is crazy.
That is bananas.
That
if that's not a collector's item,
right?
The renter's insurance itself is paid.
Right. If that's
just
not
for that,
they don't exist.
Yeah. Nice.
That's crazy.
No, she was pushing. You need to get it framed. You need to get it framed. We need to protect this. I'm like, you're right, but I don't know how to. What to do. Took it to Michael's, and they did a great job.
Yeah,
and it looks like museum quality work.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Can you guys see the comments at all?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Adam West Great
haven't had a
Batman,
new one in a
second
while.
to Michael Keaton. Best superhero video game of all time. Ooh.
I agree with the comment before that Deshaun said that Ben Affleck was a good Batman and
Bro,
crappy.
I really enjoyed
I
him.
agree. He was fantastic.
I really enjoyed him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't like the choice for Alfred, but
it's crazy because my answer to that is going to be a Batman game. The question is which one?
Yeah,
because it's for me, it's one of the Arkham games.
agreed. So I was going to say the same. I don't think you can. The Arkham games were
Maybe
so
City.
good.
I don't know, but
You know what? I kind of.
I don't know.
I would say Asylum.
See, yeah, because
City was.
I only said City because it was open. You get to see more of Gotham. Like Asylum was fucking amazing,
which is great, right? I love that you could do that in City. But after having those other two, it made me appreciate the more condensed of Asylum a little bit more, and it was just great.
I agree.
All of them are right, but I think
it's either I would say City.
It was it's Asylum, City, Origins, and Night, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to say City because it took everything from the first one and didn't just rehash it; it improved upon it. Like, especially what I really liked is going around finding those damn Riddler trophies.
Wow.
But
the aspect I really like is the actual investigating. Those little side quests where you find something and then it's like, oh, you start thinking like a detective. All right, cool. Like it's actual detective. That's who he is.
Yes.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And I was gonna say that and Spider-Man.
You know what?
Spider-Man is good.
I didn't beat that either.
Spider-Man is it's so good too.
Ultimate Spider-Man PS2 was bananas.
It was good.
It was
good.
That game was too short.
Yes.
I beat that game and didn't even realize that's it. No, but
you could play as Venom. He had to continue playing as Venom.
Oh, you know what? Not looking at like single ones like that. Ultimate Alliance.
Oh
yes,
I love X-Men Ultimate Alliance.
I still have that.
I used to love Legends. Legends, I love Legends. Yeah, Ultimate Alliance was great though.
I have that when they remade it for Xbox One. They dropped it off the store and then put it back up because the licensing. So I jumped on it quick. I even got all the DLC characters and everything. I love that game. Yeah, I love that game. That's a game I will play over and over again.
Agreed. Yeah. I still haven't beat the one on the Switch.
Oh, we need to fix that. I need to come over. We need to go through that.
Well, you know, so I got stuck on the. Well, funny enough, I got stuck on I think the first big boss is like Kingpin. I was mad too. I got stuck on him for a while, but then I finally got past him, and now I think I'm stuck on Dormammu.
Dormammu, yeah.
I
think that's how far I got before I didn't give up. I just went on to something else. But I think I beat him.
Yeah.
It sounds like you guys need to team up and
yeah. That's Superman. What do you guys think?
No, it looks good. I think I'm gonna read that one. Yeah.
I like the younger take on it too. I like that it's like, we're not getting like, hey, the starting over type thing, but we're also not getting fully established. It's like those core years, like year 1, year 2 type thing. Yeah. Like I said, a lot of catching up to do.
Now, I'm liking the art in Absolute Martian Manhunter because it's very like psychedelic, kind of 1970s.
Oh, and that fits so well though.
It does. I'm trying to get a decent image here of the comic book.
I meant to ask about that Wonder Woman. Is it in the past or is it like current time?
It goes back and forth.
Okay. Cool.
It almost feels like if Bruce Timm did a bit of a comic book. It has that kind of feel to it.
Mm.
And I know you loved the Justice League and Justice League Unlimited. That's kind of like the feel of it. And it does of the absolute
okay.
Manhunter.
Oh, okay. Yeah. See. Yeah. I love that.
Martian Manhunter news team.
So yeah, we talked a little bit about it. I'll tell the fans, if you haven't rated any of these, you have to.
Yeah.
They're absolutely amazing. I was telling them that she wasn't raised in Amazonia. She was raised by Cersei of all people in hell.
Ain't no
She is still an Amazonian, but she doesn't know that she's an Amazon. So she gets dropped off literally like, hey, here's a baby, you're raising it. And Cersei's like, what? She's like, yeah, she can't know she's an Amazonian. So you're not allowed to say the word Amazon ever. So yeah, that's the spell. You're raising it. Okay, bye. That was it. So she gets raised in hell by Cersei.
Sounds like some dark side shit.
And then
that sounds like Hades.
It does. No, Hercules. Hercules. No, I don't know if it was a nod to the cartoon movie or not, because a little snake comes by, a little lizard, and she squeezes it and throws it like the same thing. I'm like, wait.
Oh, what? Okay, yeah. That's cool.
But she gets raised by Cersei. She still meets Steve Trevor, but not in the sense that he dies, so he gets sent to hell, and that's like a mix-up because he's not supposed to be there. So she sacrifices her arm to bring him back to life. So she has like a magic arm. It's nuts. So she uses magic. She has a giant sword. Her lasso of truth is not the lasso of truth. It's the lasso of. It's like Ghost Rider's penance stare.
Mm.
The lasso is.
The lasso is pretty much Ghost Rider's penance stare to like up to 11.
Oh wow.
Okay, I like it.
Feel the pain that you cause on other people.
Pretty much. That's how she beats the first monster that she comes up against, and then it leaves, and something else comes back, and she turns into a giant Gorgon Medusa monster.
Oh shoot.
So this Wonder Woman knows magic and knows how to use it and does it very well. And it's crazy. And there's hints of people you might see showing up. So you see Cheetah before she's Cheetah. Okay. So that's all I got. I haven't caught up with the rest of it, but I absolutely love what they're doing with her and the art and just the writing. The writing for every single one of these has just been fantastic. I can't decide which ones I want to show you for Martian Manhunter because they all look so freaking cool.
It sounds like they kind of set up Wonder Woman to be a perfect like counter to Superman.
Yeah.
Damn. I didn't think about that.
Yeah. Because that might be where they're going with it. Because he's kind of like on the run. So they might ask Wonder Woman for help. Huh. Okay. That's if he's still vulnerable to magic, but I don't think they would take that away, would they?
Right.
All right, so here's the cover of Absolute Martian Manhunter, and here is like some of the art from it. I love it. I would put this up on the wall.
Wow.
What? That's the cover?
No, that's one of the covers, yeah.
Okay.
The other one didn't load. Why does it do that? Cool, right? I'll leave that up here.
That's crazy. Yeah. That's dope.
Heck yeah, it is.
Good God.
You imagine waking up to that like something.
No, sir. No, thank you.
Hilarious.
Oh, okay. I see what I'm doing now. Okay, image file. All files.
Let us get it.
All right, I'm just gonna do this. Share screen.
Share the screen.
Share the screen.
Share the screen.
Okay, New Day.
That's where I thought she was going with it. That's you gotta love it. Oh, you know, I meant to mention to you, like when you was talking about your YouTube links, man, the banner part, do that joint up there.
Oh.
YouTube.com/ so they can see it.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
They done added so much stuff to StreamYard. like Deshaun, he runs our podcast now. It was me, now he does it. And last time I went into the producer's role, I was like, what the f is going on? They done added all
cool.
extra stuff.
Yeah.
That's dope though. Oh, I didn't think about that. Yeah.
Yeah, man. But I don't know what other ways people do podcasts, but StreamYard is whooping them.
It's just I hate that they went up in price though. That's
Man, oh my God, yes,
that's
they did.
ridiculous.
Holy crap. No, yeah, it's up there. It is up there.
It's ridiculous. It's no need to be.
Everybody wants to get their money, man.
Apparently,
everybody's using you, bro. You don't need to go up.
That's what it feels like, right?
Like, dang. Like, damn. Oh. This looks completely different from everything else.
Right? Tell
I
me,
get what you're saying.
It don't even look like it's DC.
With the psychedelic feel of it, though.
Yeah, but it looks like psychedelic Bruce Timm. It looks like psychedelic, Justice League.
Yeah.
Almost like Brave New World. Brave and the Bold. Look,
yeah. I like it though.
I thought it was John Constantine for a second when I first saw it.
Yeah. But the feel that you get, like that, kind of old school cop detective feel.
Yeah.
It that's why I said it fits. I'm not mad at it.
Yeah, that's wild.
And then you mentioned detective, and there's like a shot that like you know what, I kind of want to get this one framed. Here. Tell me that doesn't look cool.
That looks like museum art right there. Right?
Oh,
yeah.
Like a poster. Yeah.
I like it, man. Like I said, a lot to catch up on, man.
Yeah, I'm about to catch up on that too.
I saved the best for last. I don't know anything about this Martian Manhunter story. I think they're like 3 or 4 issues in, and I haven't read it yet. It's on my read list. I need to catch up on the Alien and Predator stuff. And then I want to get into the Absolute Flash because he looks hecka young. I can't believe
you said that dropped today.
Yeah, or this week at least.
Super. I'm
you know what? Yeah,
definitely interested in reading that.
I'm glad because like it got me hyped to jump back into some of the stuff that they're doing, especially DC's been doing it up, and that's no shot at Marvel either because they've been doing amazing. They're we'll talk about it next time, but we have to talk about the new Ultimate line the Ultimate line has been fantastic. You got me into the Ultimate line with Ultimate Spider-Man. I've been hooked ever since. And then they killed off that universe. Now they're bringing it back. The new Ultimate line is just amazing, amazing. Venom is a Android Nano Knight suit made by future Tony Stark, who sends it back in time to Spider-Man.
Oh yes, that's right.
So Spider-Man has his nano suit, and now it's like a Venom suit, has a mind of its own. So it's copied. Essentially, what it is, it's an AI version of Peter, because he asked, "Oh, I want to be able to talk to myself." So it became an AI copy of himself.
And I believe isn't that the whole synopsis of that is the maker survived from the original
Ultimate Universe,
and its implosion. So he found another universe that's as close to his as possible, and he's making the changes to make it. Oh, I'm sorry.
So he's pretty much what he did is he found a world where
6 is possible.
Correct.
And then he starts making his changes throughout history to make sure certain things don't happen and certain things do happen. Oh no, because he didn't want none of the superheroes to show up or something like that.
Correct. So one of the things, he goes back in time in that world, and Spider-Man doesn't get bit by the spider.
Yeah.
Then he goes another one where the Fantastic Four story is fucking brutal. The Fantastic Four do not become the Fantastic Four. I'll just leave it at that. At all. And Dr. Doom is actually Reed Richards, because he makes Reed Richards into Dr. Doom.
Mm-hmm.
It's messed up. Messed up.
Yeah.
So I don't know why I grabbed my phone.
Getting back to what he said, like at some point, Tony Stark realizes that something isn't right. So he starts sending like these boxes to the identities of certain people. He sends them in the past because he's at a certain point in the future. And like when they get him, it's like, hey, you're destined for something greater, but something kept you from doing that. But if you do this, this will grant you whatever, you know what I'm saying? So like, I think Peter Parker is like, he's like in his late 20s, early 30s by the time he gets.
He has a family. He has 2 kids.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what makes with Mary Jane.
Right.
So that's what makes it even more devastating.
Oh, the hilarious thing is Uncle Ben is alive and he's best friends with J. Jonah Jameson. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it's things like that.
Isn't it weird how similar though this sounds like the Absolute Universe?
I mean, come on. If it works, come on now.
Somebody's bugging the other person's board.
I think there is. There's some talks between in the copy your homework, but not too much.
Right, yeah, just don't make it look the same.
All right, here's the screen. Here's the first cover.
Oh,
Flash is just awesome, man.
Yeah, I swear.
That's not what I wanted. That's not the Flash. That's some banana slip. There we go. I'm just gonna scroll down. Here we go.
That picture, I would get that as a poster.
Oh,
that one.
That is cool.
That's nice.
That is cool.
That's dope.
I love the colors, the different colors, not going for like still being kind of their traditional suits, but then having different touches to them. I love it.
That's really cool. That is Barry, right?
That's a good question. Is it Barry or is it Wally?
Because it kind of looks like Wally.
Yeah,
that's what I was thinking too. Guess we'll find out.
I know.
We're gonna find out. Yeah, because that does look like Wally. That's kind of cool. I like that.
Scroll back up though. That picture. Stop right there. Go back down. Go down one row. Right there. That first one. I'd get that as a poster.
Yeah, that's just
That's hard.
that
Yeah.
is awesome. Yeah, so it did debut. Yep. Oh, wait, I was wrong. Number 1 came out last month. What?
Wow.
Oh, I'm wrong then. I guess the new issue came out this week then.
Oh,
Because
man,
that's dope. Hey, either way.
hey,
Ooh, preview. Uh-oh. Spoilers.
Spoiler alert.
What'd you mess up? I messed up so bad. What? What'd you do, Barry Wally? But Wally?
Wally.
Wally West Allen.
Wally was down.
Yeah.
I mean, but that's everything. Unfortunately, I can't see the comments anymore. So we've probably been getting comments and
Maybe
not been responding.
we hit a limit or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
it's the
that's-
limit of the comments.
It doesn't look like anything new had popped up yet.
No, but we appreciate y'all joining us for this. Anything else you guys want to get into? It's been 2 hours now.
Right, it's been 2 hours.
Yeah, it's been. I think we touched it all, man. We got it.
We gotta send it home.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This was fun though. This was super
it
fun.
was fun. Yeah,
This is dope.
it
So
didn't.
I
And like I know it says 2 hours, but it really didn't feel like it.
did it at all. I want to do this more often.
I'm with this, man. This
Yeah.
is a nice like because especially me and you, we talk we eat, sleep, shit, and breathe wrestling. And like it's
Yeah.
always wrestling.
Yeah.
Even today at work, I went to this meet and greet thing for the lab, and we went to a brewery, Devil's Backbone Brewery. I'm like, oh, that's right across the street. So I go over there, and then automatically I start talking to the manager, and I'm like, this is a nice venue. Son of a, all right. I go talk to him. I now have a venue for any future promotion that wants to work in Charlottesville.
Bruh.
I'm always hustling, man. I'm always
Hey,
hustling.
look, as you
Ain't
should.
nothing wrong with it. Yeah,
As
ain't
you
nothing wrong
should.
with it.
Well, gentlemen, this has been a blast. Any last things you want to get into or kind of tell the fans before we close this out?
Man,
And would
look,
you like to do this again? Would you guys like to see more of this?
right,
Hey,
they
man,
got
if the want is there, I'm down. You let me know.
facts. Even if it ain't.
Yeah, it's true. True.
You already
Well,
know.
this has been a blast. I appreciate you. Oh, Frankie. Yes, there were. Oh, you're talking about Absolute Batman. Frankie is happy. There's a line in Injustice Comics where Martian Manhunter tells Wonder Woman that when he came to picking an alien hero, they picked the one who looked like them. Oh, dang.
Mm.
Ooh, that's some hard truth, though.
That's
Hard
right.
truth. Thank you, Frankie. Frankie. Oh, here. What's good, Frankie? What's it like? Oh, Frankie.
Oh, Frankie.
Yeah, Frankie coming on the Instagram. We appreciate you. Thank you so much for coming in, man. Thank you so much for the comments. We're going to close this out. This has been Gamers, Geeks, and Nerds. Probably going to end up changing the name to something else, probably something better. But I'm David Estacado.
I'm G Money.
Kryptonian 8.
And we'll see you next time. Deuces.